Good morning. My name is Derry, and today we will be continuing our 1 month comic challenge issued by the one and only March Club. Let's take a moment to just kind of breathe and let everyone show up. All right. All right. Oh, I forgot to put everything on Do Not Disturb. Hold on. In other wonderful news, I have found a way to get my YouTube chat onto my OBS. The only concern is I won't know how if it's working until I see someone say something. So it says we're live. Hopefully it's working swell. We have some more beautiful lo-fi. Who is it from? It is from Simon Grob, just completely carrying with this beautiful lo-fi track. I have it on loop for all the different ones they've made, so I'm locked in. Hi, Mekon. Nice storyboard. Awesome. Dragon does art. Are you the new dragon that's joined the SMP? And hi, Ben. Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you. I haven't actually properly been able to, get to know you. So you're going to be joining the server, huh? Prepare for so much lore. I am so ready. Well, I'm excited to properly meet you on the server, but feel free to hang out as we do some of the most painful part of the process, which is also the most fun. Storyboarding. Yes. Whew. Okay. Well, I set up my little storyboard template. This is what I do. A lot of people like to put out the entire storyboard side by side as they work on it. However, I like to write it in the storyboard pages in the same ratio as the final one. So it makes it a bit easier. Hello, Effie. Dragon Does Art says, in the SMP channel, I have a Google slide with all the lore. Oh my gosh, you're gonna pull out a PowerPoint on us, huh? That's fascinating. I don't think I've had that scenario before. Tibbs, welcome! It's great seeing you around these parts again. It's like 1 a.m. for you. You're up late. Dragon says, I've been waiting for this for 4 years. Oh, have you had your lore prepared? And Tibbs says they were heading to sleep, and that's a lie. Oh, geez. Well, I'll say it again. I am absolutely astonished. I figured out how to get both of my chats on OBS itself, which is very nice. Now I can actually just, read both chats. I don't need to have 3 different monitors for all my different chats. Oh, it gave you an AI song when you were listening to a random playlist, Tibbs? That's awful. He says, if I had a penny every time I was up late to watch your streams. Oh no, that's also true, Effie. It's okay. You tell me how you like staying up till 4 a.m., so I feel a little less bad, but I do feel a little... Is it just for me? Oh, goodness. Maybe I should start streaming earlier in the day, just for you, Effie. I feel bad. And Dragon has indeed been cooking this lore for 4 years. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you have a fun time sharing it. Nelvo! Ah! Ah! Nelvo, close your eyes! Ah! Nelvo says, hello, hello, am I allowed to stick around, or do you want to keep your comic a surprise for the group? If he says, just for you, if you ask in a positive way. I see. And then Dragon Does Art says, yippee! Tib says, they have work tomorrow. Also, Smoz. Oh, dear. Nolvo, it's up to you. I don't want to know anything about your comic because I want to be blown away by what you do. And yeah, I don't know if you want spoilers for mine. Today is literally only spoilers. We are literally working on the actual story. We're not doing simple character concepts anymore. We've evolved beyond that point. We are now making our characters live and breathe. So it's a bit of a scary time for you to be around since you're also in the collab. You can join if you want, but don't blame me. Ooh, well, I want to be surprised, so I'll leave you to it. All right. Okay, good, because I want to be completely blown away and surprised by your comic as well. So, yeah. Thank you for dropping by, though. That's very kind of you. I will have fun. Take care, Nolo. Also, Tib said smash, not smoz. My bad. Little spelling error. Also, Mikon did a beautiful artwork for Adrotic's Bridge of Adrotic and their pet, what is it? Azalea, doing this, like, dramatic Renaissance era kind of drawing, and it was so good. Dragon says they'll have to leave soon as well because they're at work. You're at work and you join the stream? That's crazy. Well, feel free to leave anytime. There's no pressure to stay. I'm very grateful that people drop by. Mainly, we just want to have the entire process of this comic recorded and storyboarded. So that's the whole incentive towards streaming it. I think there's also just a lot of people that never show the process of actually creating the story. You know, the storyboarding part is just very glossed over for a lot of people, and I completely get why. It's a very demanding task. It's 100% brain power the entire time. So I'm not sure how entertaining it is from a viewer standpoint, but I'm going to try to get people involved. Dragon Does Art says they're doodling right now and trying to brainstorm SMP character designs. Have fun with it. That's my tip. Let's see here. Tib says, maybe I should also start a comic now that I got my tablet. You finally got it. Way to go. Yeah, no, start your comic. Have fun. Effie also said smash. I did see you say that, Effie. I would then ignore your message. Yes, if everyone works on a comic, I will not be complaining. I think comics are wonderful. Yeah, I can finally draw again. Woo! Alright, well, I thought I did a wonderful job setting up the, setting up for today's storyboarding session. However, I had a massive oversight in which I forgot to pull up my brainstorming files, the character concepts in the outline, and the restrictions. Smash now draw the wife material. I see. Happy says, Derry, if I was to make a comic, what should I make it about? Is there any other choice but frogs? Like, I would love for you, in particular, Effie, to create a story reminiscent of Mouse Guard, but it's frogs instead of mice. That's what I would love. Alright, for those of you that are new and don't know about the restrictions, the comic pages should be 5 to 10 pages long, right? Should be in traditional comic format, right? So not vertical. It can be colored, black or white. We're going to have ours be colored, because I like colors. Must be an original work, so it should be an IP that we created. And then... no homework needed, saying that you shouldn't need any prerequisite reading material to understand what's going on and how to do this. So we need to make sure we, this is very much an origin story. It's not really an origin story. And it needs to include the theme meeting. So we got to keep reinforcing that theme as we write it. And then I added an extra stipulation for myself for having fun line art. Tibbs says, where should I start? I would start with just brainstorming some characters and a bit of an outline. That's what we did over the course of last week when we started the challenge. We created our characters. So I'm going to say it now. I said Tibbs. I didn't call you Tits. Effie also says there's actually another animal that I'm just as obsessed with as frogs. Really? What is that animal? Because in my personal opinion, I would not know anything you hold higher than a rain frog right now. But yes, Tibbs, if you're wondering where to start, I would recommend creating a couple characters and creating the outline. What's currently on my screen is what I think is the starting point. Oh, Effie, did you not see that the snakes were pink? Yes, pink snakes. That is what we're doing. And then Effie says, I am incredibly obsessed with the bearded vultures. I've seen you do a piece of a bearded vulture. Like, you were absolutely fascinated. There's actually a manga I should probably tell you to read, where the main character essentially turns into a vulture guy. And I thought it was a very fascinating and unique angle. It's made by the same person who created Tokyo Ghoul. Dragon gets excited at Sneck. That makes sense, because dragons are essentially just, giant reptile birds. Her brother would have yellow ones. Oh? Manga, send me, yeah? Alright, yeah. I'll pull it up for you right now, actually, Effie. That's how much of a friend move I'm gonna do for you. In the meantime, I'll keep the outline up, and I'll also do one thing real quickly. I just want to share. Sorry. The statue looks like you didn't color him in. That is because he's grayscale. Anyways, my girlfriend and I celebrated our anniversary this weekend on this Saturday, our 7-year anniversary, and we had a lot of fun. We went out and about. We had a nice Italian dinner. We went to the museum for what is it? We looked at a bunch of fossils for our homework and stuff. And at one point, we were like, okay, we need to kill the time while we wait for dinner. So what should we do? And then she said, there's like pet places. We could go look at the Nordstrom. We can do all this stuff. And we went to a pet shop because I was like, looking at pets is cool. And I saw a pink snake there. What a coinkadink! We're working on a story with Medusa with pink snake hair. And we found a pink snake! And look how cute they are. Tib says, "Oh, that's so freaking cute. Thank you." Here, let me get the snake a bit bigger on screen. Look at him. Oh. Effie says, DM me the manga. I'll get right on it. Effie also says, well, 7 years is like the age of a small child. Your relationship is old enough for elementary school. And that's a cool snake. Yes, it is a cool snake. Let me, I believe it's called Shojin X. I am so correct. It is called Shojin X. I did that just off my memory. Yeah, it's an insanely wild story. I've loved every second that I read of it. I caught up, and at one point, and then I haven't continued since. But it's wild. Effie says, what a coincidence, a snake in a pet shop. Who could have possibly anticipated this? Well, I was surprised they had a pink one. It's not that I didn't think pink snakes existed, I just wasn't expecting it in a pet shop within Alaska, of all places. That was wild to me. But yes. We have our outline. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages we have worked up. Tib says they have work tomorrow and they need to sleep. That is absolutely fair. Have a good night's rest and get started on that comic and keep me updated on it. Alright, good night, Tibbs. So this is the sign, the main design for Dusa and our little statue man. I will polish up kind of like aspects of it. We don't need to worry about designs too much in terms of the storyboard. Storyboarding process is we're gonna have really crappy drawings. I'm gonna make that very blunt. It is intentionally going to be bad because we need to actually get progress on it. My main comic I'm working on right now, I'm spending like a decade on each and every page. I don't want to be doing that with this. What if he had moss? That sounds cool, but I think I don't want to have that much time passed from when, you know, he gets a bit stoned. It also seems like page 2 and 3, we were planning on having be a double spread page, so that's good to know. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? It's already been almost 20 minutes. It's been 16 minutes since we started, and we haven't even done anything. Oh my goodness. We are having too much fun recapping. Moscow's Frass and also ha 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 stoned. Ah, so funny, so funny. To have said to give him tears as their final words before going to bed. I don't think I'm gonna give him tears. He's more like, whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so fun fact, page 1 is just gonna be the right page. What? Oh, snaps. Okay, I was wondering why no pages were happening. From how I set this up, yeah, we wouldn't be able to see that. Let's hide all of these real quickly. There we go. So the page over here, like this just doesn't exist. We're not worrying about that. Dragon says it's time for them to go as well. It was also nice meeting you, Dragon Does Art. Thank you so much for dropping by. All right, all right. Okay. Ooh. I think an interesting cover would be like a snake petrified being turned to stone. Something like that would be interesting. Okay. So let's move the outline to over here. So, Medusa slithers into her garden. All right. So let's break that down. So we have an entire page. So let's divide it up into thirds real quickly. We don't need to keep those proportions, but I think comics look a lot more aesthetic when you divide the page up into different kind of sections. And let's just kind of think about what we think would be the most powerful section. So I do very freeform. My storyboarding. So size 8. We have it on back issues. I like back issues. Maybe we could also bring it down to Wild West, I believe it is. Would be in the W. Oh, it would be in the W's. DYXW BUT. No, it's not in the W's then. Okay. You know, I also have a brand new font created by Clip Studio Paint that I can use as well. So I might do that. Seems interesting. There's a chance we'll want to go through and just CC wild words. That's what I was thinking of. Wow. Okay. Says A the 3.0. Yep, coming in. You know what? We will use it because we do have 3.0. Let's use the big old fancy font that comes with it. We paid for it. We might as well use it, right? Right. And we'll use regular. Wait. Why does it look the same? Am I crazy? Oh. No, it's not the same. It's just extremely similar. Fascinating. I did not realize that would happen. Okay. The font I was going to use looks the same as the font I am using. Okay. So we should probably have an establishing shot up here of like the garden. Thinking we have like a petrified bird or something in the foreground. That looks like a duck. I learned a lot about bills recently. If you want your bird to look like it, you know, uses water, you make it a flat bill. If you want it to look like it eats insects, you give it a tiny little pecker. We gotta remember to keep our brush really massive. That's a big issue I have. I fine detail things. We gotta not do that. If you want to make it look like a badass, you make it a bearded vulture. I don't think I'm gonna fit in all your favorites, Effie. I'm sorry. So we could use an actual perspective tool, but I don't really care to do that because this is just supposed to be like a nice little Alright, so we can find out aspects of the garden a bit more later. Alright. Hmm. So I think compositionally, I think having the bird kind of like in the corner here looks a bit nicer. I also like the idea of what does the bird do? It's the first sign that there's petrification. So we're gonna see the stone bird, and it's gonna be a little hint. That's the significance of the bird here. Having the bird be stone is gonna be like foreshadowing for the next page. Can you eat the stone? I don't see why not. Like, I feel like a lot of people are messing out on the nutritional value of, uh, general terrain. There's, like, the Flintstones had it right. Cocoa Pebbles all the way, you know? Alright. Adding a bridge there makes it look like a city. We need to have it look like a nice botanical, you know? Uh, what we can do is we can have thatch. Thatch woven with, like, greenery and berries. Hmm. So I think down here we're gonna want some kind of I think we want the biggest panel to be the bottom. We'll have it kind of going off the page, working a little bit in reverse order here. Hmm. So I think what I want is I want for this panel at the bottom to be a bit of like a crunch or a rattle, something that sets off the you know, the ever moving Dusa. Well, also, oh my gosh, I just thought of a cute name for our Medusa too. We could call her Medi or something. Don't eat stone birds like they're chips, Effie. Yeah, Maddie. Well, I was thinking Medi, like Medusa. I don't know how early we want to reveal that she's Medusa. I don't feel like that should be like the biggest kind of like reveal. I don't think that's like a big shocker. Give her a hood? No. I'm thinking she's gonna be wearing kind of like a big one. Well, she doesn't need pants because she has the tail. We were giving her a tail, so she doesn't need pants. So I was thinking kind of like a hybrid overall thing. Kind of give her that more cottagecore aesthetic. There's a area of show don't tell that you need to do. So I think a good tip is wait, you're giving her a tail? Crazy. You didn't realize I was giving her a tail? I'm going all in on the snakes. Okay, right now we have text that says wow. Let's add a bit more flavor to that. Dude, I didn't realize nothing apparently. Oh my goodness. Also, before we do anything else, let's... Oh, we don't need to give it that. Let's... I believe what we want to do is we want to give this one a white outline. So we go to edge. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we can read it for now. Okay, good, good, good. So we just need to make it so we can actually read the text. What's next? You're making her hot? As if. Effie, calm down. So something we got to keep in mind, there's this box right here. This is blue one. We got to make sure everything fits inside that. It's okay to exit it, but we want the important stuff there. Hello, girlfriend. I told them about our anniversary date and showed them the pink snake. The nope rope. Exactly. So right now I'm thinking that her character is going to be going through this bit of a mental monologue at the beginning, right? Some justification as to why, like, I'm trying to feed in some exposition, some key elements, such as she's been alone for a long time, right? Uh, and she's at her garden, right? Elements like that. I'm trying to feed in a more organic way. And a way of doing that is having the character kind of monologue to themselves, right? I don't like it when it's like, uh, hello, this is Medusa. She she was driven to fear and outcasted, and now she lives alone at a garden. Like, saying that blurb is like, ugh, lazy. You're so lazy if you do that. It's fine to do it, but you're so lazy if you do that. I much prefer when you have the characters communicate themselves what's going on through their lens. And, having this kind of be like a morning thought as she's just kind of, tending to her garden is very good. Yeah, I'm having her say, Mother feared I'd be lonely, but it isn't so bad, hinting that she might not be the prime Dusa. Uh, the world is crude and violent. Isolation is for me. So, yeah, that sounds a bit better. Isolation is for me. After all, isolation is for me. Besides, my garden may receive no visitors greater than a bee. May receive no visitors. But it's better for their sake. Something like that. Besides, got my head to keep me company. Better off alone. What if the frog folk can't be turned to stone? Based. Alright. So I think it's good to get the text done first. Usually I can't go straight into text. I need to have some idea of what's going on. So what we're doing is we're kind of playing the scene in our head. So first off, what we're imagining here is this kind of turn of events where it's like, Mother feared I'd be lonely, but it isn't so bad. The world is cruel and violent. Isolation's for me. My garden may receive no visitors, but it's better for their sake. Besides, I've got my head to keep me company. Which is a nice little fun tease, right? Her snakes are sentient. And this does some nice build-up, right? We're getting the momentum rolling. And once we have this kind of like Yeah, we need to have this panel on the bottom right be a kind of call to action to turn the next page. And the best way to do that is to have Dusa here be surprised at a noise that happens. And what's going to happen next is she's going to turn her head and there's going to be a guy there. And he's just immediately turned to stone. He broke into the garden. And he's immediately petrified. I think that's the best way to do pages 2 and 3. A nice splash spread to get us right into the action, right into the meat of this journey. But oh, we do not have a lot of pages. So we might need to divide this middle panel into a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We already have a nice 4 panels, but yeah. All right. So let's see here. Bing, bang, boom. Drawing the like kind of like the snake tail slithering about. And then we can add another panel if we want to. We don't want it to be too crowded on this first page. This first page needs to be a very good job of inciting the reader, you know? But don't worry, Effie, I'm going to be true to my word. Also, what is it? What we can do is we can also divide up this text box. It's absolutely fine to have it be as long as it is. However, the more you can break up your sentences into different speech bubbles, I think the better it is for, like, reading. That's just something I've been noticing. I've been really enjoying, like, splitting up the text bubbles more and more. So we'll put that there, and then we'll push back this extra panel. And I don't want anything fancy for this extra panel. Right, I think the snake tail is perfectly fine for right here. What we can kind of do compositionally is have the snake tail go up towards the next piece of dialogue. That would be nice. A way to just guide the readers to where the next dialogue goes. And her hand's already gesturing out this way, which helps guide your eyes. So this entire process of storytelling is just how do I manipulate you? How do I manipulate you, the reader? How do I make you read it how I want you to read it? That's all this is. This is being a massive control freak. This is being the ultimate manipulator. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl bossing. Oh, what was it? I was talking with Sam, and he told me the male version. It was like, mansplain, manipulate, male wife. Hi, Shadow. I think my kitty wants out of the room. I'm gonna be right back. We're having good progress on this first page, though. I'm really liking where it is so far. We may not have to revise it, but we'll know later. Ooh. All right, kitty. Let's let you be free. I'm gonna let out the cat real quickly. All right, I am back. Effie said, "You manipulate me with pictures of little frog people." Car pics? Question mark. What do you mean by car pics? Argo meow. Cat. Meow meow. Vroom. You know what would be really cute is when she says the line, besides, I've got my head to keep me company, in a smaller dialogue, like maybe half the size. No, no, no. Five's good enough. We just have like, yes, yes, you do, and it's just the hair talking. Don't that seem wholesome? Or we can have them be like talking about, instead of going like, yes, yes, you do. We have them talking about I'm in the moods for the mangoes. You know, we can even brighten up the dialogue for that one, so we can tell that it's like a thought from the snakes. Yeah. So right now, what we're also kind of doing is, if I were to grab a giant red one, compositionally, we have it set up so that you go from here. You kind of go like from here to here. That's what we have set up right now. That's how we're manipulating the eyes. Nuh-uh. We'll add an extra one that says nuh-uh. There's multiple heads. Nuh-uh. Yeah, and then we need to add an entirely guide is what I'll call that. We add an entirely new text using something like, almost grabbed Comic Sans. Do I have Bada Boom? crack, crack. Something like that. Crack. Sizzle. Pop. Frog noise. Now, what I'm imagining is on the next double page spread, perhaps the guy knocked over a pot or something, and that's the noise that alerts her to him. And then she turns around and it's just the guy's turning to stone. What do we want a double page spread? Because we could probably would get more room to work with if we didn't do it. But a double page spread's so fancy. Don't we want to be fancy? Crack. Something like that. Let's crack on a onomatopoeia. Whoop. I don't know. So what we should do is do that. Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, there's so many new tools. Not finding the spacing preset there. I guess we gotta space. Yeah, I gotta add it into the subtool. Oh dear. Line spacing is not what I was looking for, actually. Text, edge, background, yada yada yada. Oh, there's so many new features in version 3. Did you see the aligning tools? I did. Uh, they're quite powerful. I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment looking at all these. Oh dear. There we go. Character spacing is what I was looking for. Okay. What? What? I don't know if this song's okay to use. Oh no! Let's go back to Zelda Lo-Fi. Apparently the tracks are copyrighted. Oh dear. I think I want to rasterize this real quickly. Bad juju music. Yeah, very, very evil. How could it betray me like that? Alright, yeah, and then having this giant majestic crack. Sorry about my dog barking. She's a little nuisance at times. I have a layer 2, but what is the layer 2? Actually, I have no idea. I guide, text, crack, onomatopoeias, and then... Okay, I have a random layer 2. I'm just gonna get rid of that layer 2. I probably made it for the onomatopoeia, honestly. Yes, the giant majestic crack. Yeah, onomatopoeia subject to change. The y'all having fun. Give me that size 5 again. There we go. Where'd it happen? There it is. We are having fun. I'm glad y'all are having fun. Okay, so it's gonna be like some flowers right there, and then um, maybe they're in like a basket. There's like some planters with flowers sticking out, all different kinds. The hint of a little tail slithering about. Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out what to do for this last one. But yeah, we get enough of the idea. So let's re-examine the first page. Look at the eye guide. I cleared the eye guide. That's so tragic. All right. So Don't forget the idea of a man falling in love at first sight and turning to stone. That was never the idea. iGuide, fix. Alright, so this is kind of the guide we have going on. We can simplify it even further to be like... which is good. You should tilt the middle lines for more dynamic. What do you mean tilt the middle lines? Actually, I should tilt the bottom line now that you mention it. Like the middle panel. To be more like that. Because that one needs to be a bit more dynamic as there's a giant crack happening. Yeah, that looks a lot better. No, but the other way? Really? You think the other way? And it looks like the crack panel comes first. Why would it look like the crack panel comes first? Yeah, I don't think that looks better at all. I think maybe just doing something even as subtle as this looks better. The wise graphic design frog. It needs to be a bit subtle at the very least. What is cook? I am constantly lost. It helps the eye line. Helps the eye line. Actually, I guess it kind of does. Alright, yeah. Well, we'll stick with that. Go to the next? What do you mean go to the next? Next page? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this page. Rack. B19 wing is all board, says the wise graphic design frog. Yeah, the middle panel is even connected to the bottom of phone. Next. And the bottom panel is even connected to the bottom left one. No. It helps the eye go to the next panel. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. I'll let you cook. Alright. So we have that, and then we go to the next page. And I'm imagining we have this kind of like... I'm imagining it's kind of like split up like that, and then it's like... Yummy, like food? What? Why are we talking about food? Food because cooking. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have Juice and her snakes right here. Here. Ha, 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 ha. So he's something like that. We have her body kind of like. Let's see here. All the serpent eyes are in full petrification mode. So we want this kind of like dynamic, kind of like. Oh no. We'll bring her elbow out here as a way to help reinforce that. So her arms going towards him. And then we'll clean up some of these lines to make it a bit easier for us to understand. Big and messy. That's the name of the game. We want to keep it loose and messy. As little attachment as possible. And I think his defining characteristic was his ponytail, correct? Yeah, so he has this, and then he has that. And then the broken pot. Alright, so I want to get one of each of their faces. So let's pull that in there. Whoa. So the first time we see either of their faces, clearly. is in the process of them getting petrified. That's something I really like. Was that you're pretty sure the good defining character was that he's stoned most of the time? For storyboarding it, drawing stone is a lot more effort than just drawing, you know, basic shapes of the silhouette, Effie. Excuse you. Just make the silhouette gray. That takes more time. I'm trying to be zippy. And then we can have the snakes be like adding a lot of depth to that. Oh, what would be really cool is in this specific panel, the panel was outlined with snakes. Make it feel even more like she's on the attack. Yeah. Doing a panel like that, where it's the snakes making it, I think is so sick. There's something off about her face here. Please pet dog. I will not. Yeah, and then all the snakes just kind of like going off. What? Why not? She is busy being a pup. And we have some work to do. So I'm a little grumpy at her. She started banging on my door at 3:30 in the morning. She is indeed adopted. We did adopt her. Is the cat adopted too? He is, but he's more favorably adopted. My cat's my baby. The dog is my mom's. All right. All right, now we kind of want his face to be similar to, like, oh dear, like, oh goodness me. Like, shocked Pikachu. A little bit of a goatee. Don't need that entire, like, thing of that. We can use her tail to kind of frame the piece there. Stone. Alright, having Medusa frame it, I think is a very good call. And then I'll say that this is like on the other side of that really cool gazebo. Gazebo? Okay, so we're on page 1. We hear the crack. I'm better off alone. I'm better off crack. And then on this page, I think she would be saying something along the lines of a person? Oh no. P, p. We're doing equal signs? P, person? Oh no. Oh no! Actually, each oh no should probably be its own thing, right? So, oh no. Oh, I could just duplicate it like that, yeah. Alright, so let's create our eyeline layer. Take out the red. You know the drill. Do we have a good eyeline here? So we're clearly starting up here. So I think how the eyeline would travel here is it will go from this. Oh, wow. Okay, that travels a bit differently than I was expecting. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, it actually does do that motion. Because of the plant we added right there. That's a very powerful plant. Makes our eyes travel up. There a world where line goes like that, though? No, because I think the tail works really good as, like, framing there. We just gotta make sure that, you know, value-wise, we make the tail dark. Like we don't want a lot of contrast happening there. We want it to act like a border of the page. What do we think of the flow here? Are we liking it? I feel like it's okay. Maybe something's a bit off? I don't know. There's a lot we could do with it. I'm gonna step out for a moment and grab some vitamin water. It's good to get a fresh look on it. And then we'll be back. I saw this film before. I'll be right back. Wait, before I leave, Effie said, is that all one channel? What do you mean one channel? These two pages are together, so it's all one image here. These are not two different pages. These are one cohesive page. I come back being told this looks like a Medusa Reacts YouTube thumbnail? Oh dear. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how to respond to that. Uh oh my goodness. Petrifies. Maybe we need to play with the face a bit then? Bring back to 150. Widening the eyes by a lot might help. I don't want to make her pog and add red arrows. I don't want her to look like a YouTube Reacts thumbnail. That being said, I think I need to make her face a bit bigger. You doomed yourself by putting her into the corner? Where else am I gonna put her? It's literally her reaction? Yeah, but that's what's supposed to be captured there. Oh my goodness. It's supposed to be captured in a reaction channel. You can't get any closer than this. There's not a point on the page where I could put that panel where it won't give you that effect, though. Hello, JC. What is up? We are currently... well, I'm currently crying. Effie's having a great time looking at my accidental storyboard to make it look like a reaction YouTube channel. Hello again, B19 Wing. Been a while since you caught a stream? Well, I'm glad you were able to catch this one. It's, I'm in a lot of agony right now. Here, we'll show you the first page. The first page is really nice. It's a bit of a puzzle deciphering it, because we're storyboarding it, so we're worried more about composition and layout than the actual final artwork. So right now we're literally creating a story. So there's less of a incentive to make things look pretty right now and more of a, hey, we just need to figure out what we're drawing in the first place. So here we get a nice little first page of our Dusa character named Medi, kind of just giving very subtle exposition to the fact that she's isolating, she's alone, and she's convincing herself she's better off alone, and she's at a garden. When all of a sudden she hears a crack, and boom, there's someone there, and she immediately petrifies them. And yeah, we also have a nice little outline as well, right over here. Five. So we'll be able to throw in an extra page or two somewhere in here. I'm not sure where though. Stone Dave. Did I name him Dave? I can't remember what I named him. When I was streaming the process for this, people were going crazy. They were all coming up with like such intricate names for Oh, you named him Dave? I just remember a lot of people were trying to get very intricate with his name. And I was like, whoa, we don't need to worry about his name too much, everyone. Calm down. He's only here for like he doesn't even have a line. He just gets petrified. Stone Dave. Okay. We can also get rid of that page for the story, actually. Purely because the entire storyboard's going to be on this one canvas. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an entire double page spread without a single panel. I guess it's one panel, but because of the overlap I'm drawing and the custom, the custom panel layer thing for the snake heads being the border of the panel, I am not actually going to be drawing a panel. Oh, I could probably do one for our stone champion. Okay. So let's jump over to the next page for now, honestly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy that text. And then I'm gonna hide that. Or we don't need to necessarily have it hidden, but paste that real quick. Okay, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. She's feeling guilt over what happened. And we'll just quickly grab our round brush. This top panel is going to be the most important one. Because it's him standing there. And she's like... Well, right now I'm imagining the panel's kind of like this. Yeah, so he's just kind of like standing up there, and perspective's kind of like that. I didn't really draw him in perspective too well. Stop refining your drawing, their storyboard? Ah, I'm sorry! It's the curse. I always fall back into it. It's very subconscious. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Alright, so we're already on page 4 and 5, which means we're halfway through already. Oh dear. Keep going. That was less of a me going like feeling defeated and more of me going like, oh my gosh, I don't have a lot of pages to communicate this story. Oh boy. Alright, I'm actually gonna scrap what we just did. Grab our nice little lasso. So having the page a bit bigger like that, I think works a bit better. Alright, didn't mean to. Make it so it looks like genuine remorse. So we can move the I'm so sorry to like up here. So the eyes travel a bit nicer. Create another one and then just say... Never met a human before. Add a bit of intrigue. She's just a girl. Sorry. Let's not add the finger touches. Make the snakes do the soy jack face? I don't know what the soy jack face is. Wait, you'll send it to me per Discord? Well, I'm probably not gonna do it, Effie, because it seems like a meme thing. Drew the spaghetti on the head to indicate snakes. Definitely might need to redo that panel. Effie sent me the soy jack. They're not going to be pogging, they turned him to stone. It ruins the emotion of the moment. Yeah. That, like, head of remorse. It's not working for me. Maybe the head should be tilted. The snake should react, though. I'm okay with them reacting. I just don't want them soy jacking. Wait, you'll switch to Twitch real quick? Be right back. Okay. What, Effie? Oh my gosh. You're emoting on me? That's wild. You're snake pogging on me. I will say, I think I know how we want page 10 to end, kinda. Should be that page 10 finishes on the left. And we want it to be... something over here, just kind of going... Either we want the statue to end off with, like, the shocked Pikachu turning into a smile, or we want a crack. Or it might be nice to just have the two of them kind of like sitting together. That looks so stupid. The idea of them sitting in the sunset, but he's standing there, a petrified statue, and she's all lovey-dovey curled up next to him. I don't know, Chief. It looks good. It looks goofy. Wait, is Medusa in love, or is it still random? Well, this is the final page. So it's a random, right? It's a random Gorgon. Implied to be Medusa's child. So it's a random womp. I don't know what a womp is. She is so sad, womp womp. Oh, so it's a random... I combined the words you said. I read your messages, and they, like, merged in my head. You said, wait, is Medusa in love, or is it still random? So it's random, right? She is so sad, womp womp. But I read... So it's a random womp. That's what my brain did. Wild. Weir can? Hey, I couldn't do it. So you're stuck here with me. At least sunset together. And then she's also like... But now you have frogs. Call the frog characters Womps. Okay. I've always liked the name Ribbits for frog species. Wish I could undo it. I'm sorry you're stuck here with me. You make me feel less alone. At least we can enjoy the sunset together, is what it should say. Not the sunset. At least we can enjoy the sunset together. It's like calling a cat species meows. Oh, isn't that cute? I would totally do that as well. Actually, instead of that being you, it should be you make me feel less alone. You make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. You feel like a frog, and then the next panel is her as a frog. This is the last panel, though. I skipped to the 10th page. Now we gotta get to the 10th page. So I'm gonna write a little note. I think this should be like seasons passing. So page 8 will be seasons passing. And then 4 pages dedicated to... Alright, 6 and 7 needs to be the pages where she's, like, wondering who he is. Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I've never met a human before. Hmm. So how do we get to that? Looks good enough detail though. It's good enough detail though. Wait, what? I'm confused by what you're saying. I have a comic reference, one of my favorite comics of all time, and I'm currently there's a technique they did in it, and I'm currently trying to look at it real quickly to see how I can use it, borrow it. Okay, yeah. So they did this technique to show the passage of time by just having the panels have like a big break between them. Let's do. Looks good, but be careful not to add too much details. It might prevent you from being open to change it. That's fair. I don't think I added too much detail on the 10th page. That's very scribbly. And then seasons passing. Um, I don't know what if I have a page that has detail I'm not willing to just hack out. So let's see here. Let's go ahead. Let's gonna play the scene. Um, when in doubt, consult the outline. It will turn falls in love with their fans who the guy is. All right, we have pages 6 and 7 to wonder who he was. Okay. So 6 and 7 are going to be the pages following her falling in love with him. So right now I'm thinking it's kind of like more current time. She's like freaking out, and then we transition from the scene to more of like a. It's been weird having someone else around. I'm not used to it, and then yeah, what if she ate him like a stone bird? What is up with you, Effie? I don't know. What if she did that? All right. Never met a human before. Um, you are crazy in your head, Derry. You have a thought process I can't keep up with. It's the vaccinations. Oh dear. We can probably fit some more dialogue up there, actually. I'm gonna send that up there. Bow, bow, bow. What have I done? And then trying to think of a name. Um, rock. I don't know what I've decided to dub them. Alright, let's grab our round brush tool. Separate these panels a bit more. I think having her be that massive in that panel is a bit unnecessary. That angle's a bit wild. Let's probably not do such an extreme short angle on like a side view. Oh, I know. Having a nice panel of like I don't know if anyone else ever has this when they're like drawing or creating a comic, but I always have like this compulsive desire to just draw like as zoomed in on the characters as I can for every panel. And I forget that you can just do good, like draw the characters small. You don't. Let's not have her look like a deranged raccoon. What have I done? And then she's like holding her hand to his face and just going like, "Oh dear goodness." No. She's not holding it up, right? She's like, she's tempted to though. She's like reaching out to like touch his face. Spaghetti! Alright, yeah, I'm liking that a lot more. She looks way bigger than him now, though. Alright, so now we have a nice little flower in the foreground. And then you know what? We haven't seen the other side of him yet. Maybe we should actually rotate this. Looks like he's like getting ready to fight like a spider, like a scorpion or something. Or a snake! Oh! Getting in all these flowers gives me an excuse to practice drawing flowers as well. Then we can add a rote that goes like sunrise to show that it's a different day. And she's all, what have I done? Oh. I don't want to overdo it with the ellipses. Save them for powerful moments. I mean, too, had you even found my guard? Sorry, I've never been human before. What have I done? You're placed on. I think I can change. That's gonna cruise into a dangerous zone over there, so let me put that back real quick. Hmm. Okay, what if she goes like after sleeping on it? Sleeping on it? Realized you need a name. Oh. Probably. And instead of I've decided to dub him, she can be like, hmm. Hmm. You look like a David. Well, actually, maybe we should give him like a flowery name. Uh, invasive flower. Ames Rocket is what I immediately got. I don't know. You know, I think I'll just, well, I'll just not worry too much about it. His name is something we are going to find out eventually. Hmm. Look like a blank. You can call me... You can call me Medi. You can call me Medi. For some reason, it was making a mask. It does that sometimes. That didn't happen before for me. That's weird. Hmm. I'm feeling like this page on the left, that's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. I should just bite the bullet. Grab everything over here. So you're being able to grab multiple of the text boxes now. Massive quality of life. Accidentally duplicated those. Oh my gosh. How many of these did I duplicate? Yeah, and I'm thinking over here. I think I would like to change this. Be a bit bigger. What? How many duplicates of these did I make? Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me... Yeah. Somehow that happened. And then I think right here can be a new panel. Oh. Wolvie Draw says, yo, I'm also doing a comic stream Mr. last week, trying to finish 3 more pages. Oh, welcome to the chat. I'm glad to see other people are having fun making comics right now. Trying to finish 3 more pages? Let's go. How big's the comic you're working on? So her looking off to the side. I don't think I'm liking it as much. Wolvie Draw says, just subscribed. I'm just streaming the first 4 pages. I've been doing 5-page runs of different stories to submit to publishers. That's super awesome. And thank you for subscribing. Yeah, no, I think creating a bunch of different comics is a really good way to bustle up your portfolio too. So that just seems like you're being smart. I'm currently doing a challenge issued by March Club to do a comic in a month. Which I think you know, a nice 5 to 10 page comic in a month it's doable, definitely doable. The issue is I'm working on multiple comics at the same time, so I'm a bit stretched on how much available time I have to actually do it. Yeah, how did you find the channel, Wolvie Draws? Wolvie says, yeah, and it sucks when you rush and have to redo stuff. You just don't like it. That is fair. Found me on the homepage. That's crazy. I didn't know I was being visible there. Well, it's a pleasure to have you around. Yeah, I just kind of give like a short notice whenever I'm working on a page, and then I work on it on stream. I think it's just nice to have company, and the extra insight of having other people just kind of look over what I'm doing as I'm working on it and give me some immediate feedback has been very fruitful, I think. It's also probably fun seeing how other people storyboard. That is true. Especially Effie. Oh my goodness. Wolvie Draw says, I've been searching for all the comic streamers on here. The algorithm started recommending them. Let's go. I know they've recently been doing that initiative where they're promoting smaller creators recently. So that's really exciting. You're completely stoned. It's not supposed to be right there. What have I done? Maybe I should break that up into two different ones. Or it needs to be over there. Yeah, your streams generally observe viewers. You can edit them later for different videos, though. That's smart. I do like the ability to just download your stream for a video. The only thing I've been struggling with is the quality has always been a bit off for me, so I haven't felt like I should turn it into videos, if that makes sense. Girlfriend says, I imagine the algorithm like a cat that sometimes brings you a nice plant, other times a dead bug, and you're confused. That's a very spot-on analogy. What have I done? You're completely stoned. I don't think I can change you back. So, honestly, probably going to rearrange this again. Yeah, as you go, I'm a garden. I'm so sorry. I've never human before. Let's have her holding both hands, actually, instead of just the one. Like, she's very sad. She feels very guilty. Let's see here. I still think I should probably change what have I done into two separate dialogues now that it's a longer panel. What have I done? Because just having something over on the right is very nice, you know, just having some way to let's see here. Let's grab out that eyeline. Eyeline. So okay. Yeah, no, I think the composition's actually not bad. It just feels a little weird pacing wise because it feels like she should be saying what have I done to finish it off. Hmm. We'll experiment more with it later. You like the flower? I knew you would. Alright, let's grab black again. Right. What we're doing there is we are going to be having a panel of her just kind of like pouring water into a flower pot. You know, watering the plants. What's really great is whenever I want to signify that I'm drawing this character, I just have to draw spaghetti on her head. All right, so let's up, down. You look like a blank. We want to get more of his head in it. At least his face. Wow, so good. Wolvie draws his art is really good. I can only see their icon while I'm working right now, but I like the icon. B19 Wing says Wolvie's draws art is phenomenal. Alright. So after you're watering the plants, she's like, you can call me Medi. Okay, she's all, you can call me Medi. You look like a... Alright, since we know she's watering plants, and in case I have a hard time deciphering that in the future, I'm just gonna write watering plants. I'm not sure if that actually helps me at all, because that looks like gibberish. Let's not do that. But yeah, she's not actually over there. She's more... Where is she? She's there. She's like, you can call me Medi. You look like... I'm not sure what name we want to give them. If Effie was here, you'd probably be going with Dave again. Mm. Not that many more pages that we need to figure out what they need to be. But the, Fliticus? What a bizarre name you chose. You could have picked any name there, and you chose Fliticus. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, well, These storyboards, I'm pretty happy with them. Right now, for both of these pages, the biggest panels are on the bottom. So the next page needs to have a bigger panel on the top. Yeah, the next page is going to have some difficult... Well, since we know what we kind of want for the next page... I think we could just kind of jump to it real quickly. Because I know I'm going to want... Essentially, I either want to do like a three-way split kind of thing. There's 4 concepts I kind of want to tackle for this page. So page 6 is going to be the page where she's like fantasizing about who he is. Hello, Special Edgar 95. How are you? You are coincidentally also making your own comic? How amazing. I think people creating their comics is a wonderful thing. What is your comic about? And you're doing good. How am I? I'm doing wonderful. Right now, we're doing a comic challenge issued to us by the March Club, where we need to essentially create an entire comic in 30 days. Our limit is 5 to 10 pages, which is proving difficult because I like telling big, dramatic, theatric stories, and I gotta condense it. Are you kidding me? Ice Cream Goddess says on the RT side of YouTube today. Indeed. Special Edgar95 says my comic is about this guy who's a knight who's a living flame. That sounds awesome. I like the more abstract elemental kind of characters. I think there's a lot of like fun to be had with those. Ice Cream Goddess says, I hope someone makes marshmallows on the night. That would be nice. A little campfire. Edgar says the comic's gonna be pretty short, so unfortunately no campfire. That can be in the bonus cut though, right? Bonus cut, yeah, let's go. Edgar says he's gonna have a sword and he's gonna fight a regular knight. Nice, nice. I like some action in my comics, even though my current one's not gonna have any. Ice Cream Goddess says, I opened my phone search engine to look up something, realized I was on a manga page, kept reading, and now I have no clue what I wanted to do. Oh, sorry, wanted to know? Well, you just gotta believe in yourself. Sorry, I was fixing the music. It was on the wrong one. Medusa looks like she's about to break into song in that panel. That's the vibe I'm going for. Edgar says this is going to be a really great stream, I can tell. Well, the stream's been going strong for a few hours. I actually might need to wrap up sooner than later. We've, if you're curious what we've done today, we have So we've done most of the pages today. Most of the storyboard. We have a few little bits to finish up, but we have a pretty good amount. Your little guy kind of looks like Ed from Ed's World. I don't know what Ed's World is. I have a lot of mutuals that talk about Ed's World, though. Yo, you love these storyboards? Awesome! That's good. That's the goal. This one's a very dynamic one. I wanted to do a very dynamic splash page in it, and I end up doing it pretty early on. Gets you right into the action. You're gonna draw my little guy? Oh, that's very kind of you. Yes, Reggie's production has slowed down indeed while working on this, sadly. But this is actually giving me what is it? A huge issue I was doing on Craiggie's storyboard is too much detail. It needs to be more dumbed down like this. What's this comic going to be about? Asks Edgar. Well, here are the characters. The comic is a kind of like a love story between a descendant of Medusa, or whatever she is, some kind of Gorgon, as she isolated herself in her own little garden. Some random guy shows up one day, cracking a pot, jump scares her, and she instantly petrifies him. And then falls in love with the idea of who this guy could have been, and follows that guilt and, romantic intrigue towards him, and just kind of, develops those relations. The whole comic is about this meeting between them, and how it makes her realize she doesn't want to be alone. Most of the viewers took turns simping for Medusa while drawing this one of her. Yeah. And thank you for the kind words on my art. That's a great story. I'm happy to hear that. We've been working on the entire thing on stream. There's a live YouTube playlist where you can go back and watch the entire process if you desire. Once the person who challenged me finishes their collab. Ah, it's Mine! Hi, Mine, how are you? Spit on that thing, Barry? Oh my goodness. Yeah, how are you, Mine? It's been a while. Up to, oh my goodness. Now everyone's going feral. Mine says he's excellent. Who is Mine? Mine is one of the most infamous members infamous is the wrong word, one of the most famous members of the Hytale community, keeping it alive with his consistent Hytale podcast he stars in with Canadian Flash. Do people ask Mine? Mine, will he be mine? Oh dear. On the Valentine's cards, I believe so, actually. I think Mine wrote them too. Definitely recommend looking out for Mine if you have any interest in Hytale or want to learn what it's about. He does a great job covering it. Yeah, that's one of my V-Day cards. I knew it. I had this strong memory of it. Well, I'm sorry that you don't get to see my pretty art. You just get to see my storyboard art, which is a lot more messy and harder to interpret. Edgar says, Minecraft servers aren't my thing. I stopped playing video games to focus on my art more. Good for you. Setting aside your distractions and focusing on what you're passionate about. I will say Minecraft isn't really related to Hytale. They're two very different things. And then Ice Cream God says, must be hard to do YouTube videos as a mime. A mime pun. Oh my goodness. You're gonna scare him away. I'm gonna change the snake saying they're in the mood for a mango to say they're in the mood for a strawberry. Oh no, but mangoes, that was the reason. Oh, Minecraft is your Discord user? Really? I didn't know that. The puns were too strong to scare? I see, I see. Your viewers call themselves minors? That's horrible. Actually awful. Oh my goodness. This one of him kind of like walking around like that, it's bugging me. Never mind. I'll keep it because I don't want to redraw it. Edgar says, I should post videos on YouTube more. My art I have on here I could do better. They should be mute mines instead. Edgar says, trying to strike a chord, probably a minor. Oh my goodness. I should also post more videos, but I've been having a hard time finding the motivation and energy to do that in between doing all of this. So, sad. But hey, my drawing's been getting a lot better as a result, though, so I ain't complaining. I need to commit to my low effort videos, though. Putting too much effort into it means it's never going to come out, I found out. My guy is fun to draw? I'm happy to hear that. I had a fun time designing him. Dream Goddess says, Edgar, if you have other socials, you should link them to your YouTube because your art looks cool and I want to see more. Edgar says he's pretty sure his username's the same as it is on Twitter. Pardon me? Alright. Warmer. Alright, so what's happening on this page is she's like daydreaming about who the guy that she petrified, who he was before she petrified him. What he was doing out there. She's just fantasizing, and as she's fantasizing, she's like, oh my god, that's amazing. Bruno says, that reminds me that I gotta work more on my drawing of your Cryg main character because I forgot. Go for it. Figure says, I'm pretty sure my username's the same. Twitter. You looked at my art, Ice, and then Ice Cream says, I look at the people's. Very descriptive. Very communicative. So now that we've kind of set up the next page, I know it's not flushed out. We're very much still in the roughs of it. However, what is it? Now we get the fun of page 5, this last blank right here. Now it's going to be a lot easier for us to figure out what to do there, because now we know what we're working towards. So that's a little trick I like to do sometimes when I'm stumped on what to do for the rest of a page or what to do next. I figure out the next, like, end goal point, right? The closest, okay, I want this to happen, I want to get to here. And once I establish what that is, then I can just do a problem solving game of how do I get to that point, which is a lot of fun for me. Ice Cream Rod says, why many word when few word work? Edgar says, imagine your comic ends with her realizing that he was just some random guy who worked a 9 to 5 or something. I feel like he is. I feel like that's very much the case. But yeah. Oh, you know what I should do to incorporate the fact that it is a meeting? Because we do need to reinforce that theme. That's a part of the challenge. Maybe instead of at least we can enjoy the sunset together, she could be like, I'm glad I got to meet you. I find this last panel so funny because he's still in the, like, the standing pose of like, ah, I'm being petrified, and she's all like, aw, I care about you. All right, Ice Cream Goddess is gonna go eat some food. All right, take care. Edgar says, bye bye, Ice Cream, nice meeting you. And then Ice Cream Goddess says, also, Edgar, I couldn't find your Twitter, but I'll look more later. Bye. All right. Let's quickly draw bubbles. What's like a lovesick, isolated romantic? Well, like, what would she name? I'm thinking we call him Arthur. You look like an Arthur. All right. I am back. Hmm. All right, and then you can call me ready. All right, and then should be doing like. Doing here, Arthur. But we should make I Wonder the. Oh, it's online. That's a bit of a brick. Cool. Oh, Arthur's kind of ruined for me. Because isn't Arthur the name of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? Oh, that's a little tragic. Oops. They're gentle. I bet you were. So, and you have doesn't start too well. You don't want to start a sentence with and. So making it you also have is a bit nicer. Also have a very handsome face. You should put emphasis on very. Sure. I don't want her to. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if she's creepy. She's been alone for her like whole life. With a very handsome face. She's like, ooh, eyebrow wiggle. What a handsome man you are. Man, it sucks I turned you into a statue. Hmm. Alright, well, I have been working on this for about 3 hours now, and I still need to work on other things, or at least just take a break for the rest of the day. I am very tired. My dog woke me up at 3:30 in the morning, and I had a hard time going back to sleep after that. But I'm very happy with the progress we have done. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages storyboarded. So I think that's a pretty substantial amount. Tomorrow I should be streaming again tomorrow and finishing up the rest of the pages. And then we'll go ahead and revise them all after they're all done. See what needs to be moved around, readjusted, if we like things, if we dislike them. And then from there, once all the storyboards are complete, we move into the actual creation process of the final pages. But thank you to everyone that joined today. I had a wonderful time. This was very nice. Edgar says, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Bye, I love this. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Well, it's time to wrap up, though. Thank you for dropping by. Take care, and goodbye.